While 3rd Canadian Division clears the Breskins Pocket, the 2nd Canadian Division attacks South Beveland, along with the British 52nd Lowland Division, in Operation codenamed Vitality. The 4th Canadian Armoured Division will push the German forces back towards the River Moss, at the same time cover the right flank of 2nd Canadian Division. British assault troops and Royal Marine Commandos cross the Scheldt estuary and land on Beveland. After suffering many casualties during a difficult struggle on Friday the 13th at Woensdrecht, 2nd Canadian Division breaks out into Beveland. Meanwhile, the Algonquin Infantry of the 4th Canadian Armoured Division were into Essen, and the 23rd Field Regiment were on the move again, where they deployed to an area at Wildert.
The axis of attack was starting to swing west now, centered on Wouche Plantage and Bergen-op-Zoom. The effort to take Wouche Plantage, a small hamlet dominating an important crossroads, proved extremely costly. The country was the worst possible for tanks, low, flat, and wet, with roads elevated on dikes, which made every tank a beautiful target. After a two-directional assault, our troops got into Wouche, and we were on the move again.
By the end of October, Bergen-op-Zoom fell into Canadian hands, and all roads leading out were cut off. The 4th Canadian Armoured Division swung northeast towards St. Philip's Land.
It was very heavy fighting all the way up. It was pretty well only the 4th Canadian Armoured Division that was doing it. And then, of course, the 4th Canadian Armoured Division became famous for capturing a small German warship, or quite small, but it was still a German warship. So having the army capture the ship was somewhat unusual.
The Lake Superior Regiment and the British Columbia Regiment, with Major Telford and Captain Baker of the 23rd along, reached St. Philip's Land, where they managed to sink several small German craft and capture an enemy gunboat in Zijp Harbor. After making an entry in the ship's log to the effect that she was gesunken by the Canadians, they scuttled her. On the 3rd of September 2008, a plaque dedicated on the occasion of the visit of the British Columbia Regiment was presented to Zijp Harbor in St. Philip's Land, in commemoration of the sinking of the German vessels on November 6, 1944 by the British Columbia Regiment and the Lake Superior Regiment, and the enduring friendship of the people of the Netherlands and Canada. Meanwhile, back on Walcheren Island, the last obstacle to securing the port of Antwerp for Allied use, the island was attacked from three directions: across the causeway from the east, across the Scheldt from the south, and from the west by sea. The Canadians attacked the causeway on October 31st, and after a costly struggle established a foothold. Then, in conjunction with the waterborne attacks, the 52nd British Division continued the advance. On November 6th, the island's capital Middelburg was secured, and by November 8th, all enemy opposition ended. The Battle of the Scheldt was over. The channel was cleared of mines, and on November 28th, the first convoy entered the port of Antwerp, led by the Canadian-built freighter Fort Cataraqui.
This is Bergen-op Zoom Canadian War Cemetery in Holland. Most of the 968 Canadian soldiers here lost their lives in the fighting north of Antwerp during the Battle of the Scheldt. On October 23, 1944, the 23rd Field Regiment laid a high explosive program towards Boucher Plantage near Wilder. It was here a premature shell from one of their own guns exploded, killing fellow member gunner George McElroy of the 83rd Battery. His inscription reads, "Loving and kind in all of his ways, upright just to the end of his days."